Hey, what's up everybody? Back. I've got a length of pull set. I've got the rings on. I haven't torqued them yet, but I got everything essentially where it's going to fit me on the rifle. All right, so now comes my most challenging part. Of course, like an idiot, I just picked this rifle up after I literally had it leveled and balanced. So now I got to play the game of getting everything centered again. All right, I've centered. I used my Wheeler bubble level right in the rear. Put it on the action, leveled it out, attached the front bubble level, leveled that out. So now if I pick the rifle up, I should still be square, okay? Now, when I do this, I like to make sure that the whole rifle is level, just not my left and right, but also my up and down. Right, so now, not only am I level, the rifle is level this way, it's also level this way. So now I'm going to spin, set bubble level on top of the scope. And ever so slightly, I'm going to loosen the two ones that I tightened up. And now I'm going to, without moving the scope forward and aft, I'm going to slightly rotate the scope to where the bubble level is in the center, right? That looks pretty good. So all I'm going to do now is apply a little bit of tension to these screws. I'm not torquing them down or anything else like that. I'm just applying a little bit of pressure so that they don't move. All right, so now that my scope is roughly leveled, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna torque everything down. Now, an important note is that when you're torquing your scope rings down, not only do I wanna start with these first, and those are set for 30 pounds, so I'm gonna set those at 30, but then I'm gonna set these at the proper spec of 18. And I wanna make sure that they have equal gap on each side. So equal gap on this side and this side for both sets of rings. Now, one thing that I didn't necessarily like is how far forward I had to push these scope rings to one where they would be in the middle, right? For my proper eye relief. I also had to play with a little bit of adjustment to make sure that this bevel is rear of the Area 419 scope base. And there's an important reason why coming up in a future video for another accessory that I really, really like that's inexpensive. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all this stuff kind of tightened up, torque down to spec, and then show you guys that. What I'm using to torque down to spec is going to be my fix-it sticks. This one is currently, the green one is 25, but I need 30, so that's a little tricky. I'm gonna have to use a separate torque wrench. I can get it to 25 with this, but I don't feel comfortable trying to go between 25 and 45 with these. So I've got a backup torque wrench in inch pounds. However, what I will be investing in is the Fix-It Sticks multi-option torque limiter. It goes from 25 up to 65. However, it's got hash marks on it. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube and Facebook. If you check out fixitsticks.com, you can definitely check it out. They got a new kit coming out. It's going to be released real shortly. It was debuted at SHOT Show. It's got the torque bit limiter in there that goes from like 20 or 15 to like 65 inch pounds. It's super awesome. I'm going to invest in one. That way I can go, I don't have to break out a separate tool. I've got one driver, all my bits ready to go. So check out fixitsticks.com. They're a sponsor of Team POI shooting team. So I'm gonna go ahead, pause the video real quick and get all this taken care of. So I'll be right back.